I hope you're having an awesome day so far. I'm Maddie. Today I'm going to be working on my December Soap Club Challenge soap, which was the Lollipop swirl. The video is a little bit late coming out. I spent a lot more time editing and the holidays came up. So it's coming out in July. In January this video is coming out, but the video, I actually made the soap for the December challenge. And for the color scheme that I chose, I wanted to do kind of a Valentine's-y feel. For this one, I did black and pink. Since my soaps, once they're cured, are going to be done right before February, so I thought they'd be a really good, really great Valentine soap. So I hope you like it. Thanks! This is soap number 3 for the challenge for this month, the soap challenge. I've already blended in my soap, my oils, and lye water to make my soap. And I'm going to add 1.3 ounces of Darrkar type fragrance oil, which is an imitation either of a cologne called Darrkar or a cologne called Midsummer's Night. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to confirm. So I need 1.3 ounces. So that was 1.35, and I'm going to mix it in by hand. Aztec didn't make any notes about this accelerating or ricing, so hopefully those things don't happen. I don't super duper like buying fragrances from Aztec anymore because since I've found several websites that are specifically, Aztec also is. Since I've found several websites that are a little more in-depth with their fragrances and their products, I've found that Aztec is a little bit lacking. It doesn't really have, like, discoloration or accelerant notes on their fragrance that I can find. Just kind of a general, there's not any vanilla in this one and it smells really good. And so I'm not a super big fan of Aztec, but I have several of their fragrances, so I'm going to use them up. They're still good fragrances. There's just other places that you can get more information about your fragrance oils from. So I'm going to separate my soap batter into 2 equal parts. It's going to be about 15.5 ounces. This container is 15.5 and this one's like 14.8. And I want to make sure that they stay pretty thin. So this one with more, I'm going to dye black. And the black that I'm using is, why does it look like this is accelerating? The black that I'm using is Nocturnal from Nurture Soap. And the color scheme that I'm going to do is black and pink. I still want to keep this a Valentine's type soap, even though Darrkar is a masculine scent, and I'm making the soap black, which isn't super Valentine's-y, but it'll be like a darker Valentine's, like a gothic Valentine's. And some people really, really like, and some people like black and pink together, and I think that black and pink is a really good color scheme together. I think that they make a good color scheme together. This one is going to be pink, and for this one, the pink that I'm using is Flamingo Lab Color from Brambleberry. All 3 of the lab colors that I have from Brambleberry have been discontinued, so I just kind of hope that I remember what they look like whenever I use them. And I also start out with really small quantities because they're supposed to be really bright, really vibrant colors. Usually they are, so I don't want to add like 3 milliliters of this, even though it doesn't sound like a lot, in almost a whole pound of soap. But if it's too neon or too bright, then that won't work very good. So it's looking like the fragrance oil did rise just a little tiny bit. But I think it'll be okay. I really do not want to stick with this. It's already getting a little bit thick. Thicker than I would like. Not super thick, but thicker than I would like. I want to add one more milliliter and see what happens. And this flamingo pink is the same pink that I used a little while ago. I don't remember when I did my rebatch soap, when I rebatched one of my other soap challenge soaps that I had kind of messed up, and I used flamingo colorant, lab color, to dye it. I think this will be plenty. And then my soap is also going to be going through gel phase. I fiddled with the water and lye concentration a little bit, so I know that this soap is going to go through gel phase, or it's extremely likely that this soap is going to go through gel phase, which I am glad for. So here is my Pringles can. It's lined with wax paper on the inside and the very bottom, and then I have clear wrap with a hair tie on the bottom so that it doesn't leak too much. Alright, this is still pretty thin. This one's getting a little bit thicker. Alright. That's most of the soap that I can fit in here. I still have a little bit of black and pink left over, but I'll just put those in some other molds. I'm going to open another package of these napkins that I've been trying to go through for several months. Cover this up on the top and then use this pink towel to cover it up some more and kind of hold in as much of the heat as I can. Alright, so it's been about 24 hours since I made the Lollipop soap. So I'm going to try to unmold it. Hopefully, it looks like it went through gel phase just from looking at the bottom black and the top black. So it's a little bit stickier than it was, and the other two ones were. The wax paper kind of stuck to it a little bit more. Let's start with this side. But I think that's because of the water content, because I put a little more water than I normally do into this. Alright, so that's the very first one. There's a lot of black in it. The bottom is all black. But the others, you can tell it went through gel phase, and I think it looks pretty good. And it smells awesome. The Darrkar is such a good fragrance. I think it's my favorite masculine fragrance. I do kind of like Scotch. I think it's either Scotch whiskey I want to say it's Scotch whiskey that I made a beard oil out of. Alright, there's the other one. I think it looks pretty good. I especially kind of like this crescent moon that happened right there. Yeah, I think this is a good one. This is definitely going to be what I submit to the soap challenge. There we go. Alright, this one looks, I think, the best. You can really see the Lollipop swirl on it really, really good on both sides. I'm pretty happy with it. This is definitely going to be the one that I submit for the soap challenge. And I think limiting myself to 2 colors really benefited me. That way I could kind of get the hang of the swirl before I went too crazy with it, which is what I did the very first time with 3 colors. Almost 4 colors. So I'll just let this sit for a day. Well, yeah, I don't have too much longer than that. So tomorrow after I get home from work, I will clean the sides of these up and make sure that they look good. And then take pictures of them either tomorrow or I'll have to check the timeline. But these are my Lollipop swirls. They smell super duper good. The Darrkar is I think was a great pick. And they do look kind of like a gothic Valentine's Day, which I super like. Which was the one with the moon? This one. I like this part. So that was the soap that I submitted to the December Soap Club Challenge. It's fragrance with Darrkar, which is one of my favorite masculine fragrances. I super like it. I haven't been able to tell if it is a dupe of Midsummer's Night or a cologne called Darrkar because I've seen it called both things on soap websites and fragrance oil websites. But this is how the soap came out. You can see a couple of white specks in the black especially and up here a little bit. And that's just where the fragrance started to rise just a little bit. You can typically get that out by stick blending, which I thought about doing, but I did not want my soap to get too thick, because then it will just ruin the swirl. But it came out, other than that, super duper good, and the colors came out really vibrant and bright, and I'm really satisfied with it. So this soap, along with my other 2 attempts, are going to be up on my Etsy shop before February. Like right February 1st or so, they'll be on my Etsy shop. And I hope that you guys really liked my video and really liked seeing how I did everything. If you did, it'd be super duper awesome to let me know by hitting my like button so I can know what you think and leaving a comment because I would love to hear from you. Have a good day!